slightly different than the other NSL tournaments we have, because now there's $250 on the line.
Yes, there's a monetary prize.
For the finalists.
How exciting.
4 Skulks absolutely crushing Knights and Glass Hallway, moving into Reactor Core to take out Cap-Up. Cap-Up, Cape-Up. He's Cap-Up from now on.
Yep.
Judy just poking down ventilation, getting some parasites up. Doing well there. TAWsome sort of separating for this engagement. You know, half of them going in, half of them moving away. Not really sure what they're trying to do there. Siberian Husky moving all the way back to heal as another Skulk goes in for the attack. There's maybe a bit of miscommunication. I think it'll cost him if Capert manages to get some good shots in these Skulks on Reactor Core, which he may or may not. He does not. That might be an extractor down if it does not recycle in time. In the meantime, Leech and Husky taking down Knights and Crossroads as Mephisto and Go Nano push Computer Lab, getting some of the assists down, just sort of making their presence known to these 3 Skulks that are coming in. Skulks all fairly chipped. One of them goes down very quickly, Leech. Although
wow.
Mephisto gets some very close quarters bullets. Very close quarters shots fired on those Skulks. Judy thinks better of it, gets a parasite in, and then decides to leave. Hummel?
Humle.
Humle?
Humle.
Yo, weird names. Humle. Oh, again, that pistol shooting from Knights. I love it when we see some really good pistol shooting.
Yeah.
Didn't quite save him from Leech's teeth there, but, you know, you do what you can.
What a brutal couple of engagements we're seeing here. Both teams are really hardcore. Pushing hard everywhere at the same time. It's really fascinating.
Oh, you see Calmops hiding around the sub-access vent there, just sort of, maybe he thought there was something in there, maybe not sure. Godano getting taken out pretty decisively in Crossroads by Siberian Husky. And the Skulks just bypassing Kappa in Atrium, just going straight for Reactor Core, going straight for the resources. A pure I want to win game. Oh. Calmops almost getting the drifter down from Computer Lab. It escapes with 9% health. That would have been a good victory. A small victory, but a good victory.
I really like this, how both teams have one group offensive, one group defensive.
Yeah, TAWsome are still struggling to get any meaningful expansion out onto the map, though they've lost Computer Lab assists twice now. I mean, if that keeps happening to you, the cost does mount up. They do manage to clear Crevice, but it is low. There's not really much in the way of infestation on it. I mean, there's one cyst there. They do have cysts into Atrium with a broken chain, which I guess Cash needs to invest in fixing. There we go, he does. But on the whole, aDm seem to be successfully pushing and defending, whereas TAWsome isn't really keeping hold of much at the moment. Humler does take out Gonano and Atrium, securing that position for a Harvester drop. However,
that's a bad
Knights and
position
Mephisto going in against Siberian Husky. He's extremely low. Pistol shots coming in behind him. Wow. Oh, Humler comes in, diverts some of the shots, and saves his ass.
Yeah, that was
very close.
Good, very good dodging. He wouldn't have survived there unless he realized his mistake quickly, which he did, and then got out.
If just one of those pistol shots had found their mark when he was escaping, I think he would have died.
Yeah.
Humler going low as well. Immediately, just as soon as he goes into crevice, just has to leave. I mean, look at the Marines though. The Marines are everywhere.
Yeah, they're doing well. They are keeping enemies off wherever they go. Well, some of them are.
Pretty tame in terms of upgrades for both teams. Armor 1, Weapons 1, 2 shells. Obviously with the Crag Hive. Yeah, not really much to be said at the moment.
Whoa.
Oh wow, that's clearing crevice. They did lose the harvester, but they absolutely destroyed those marines in crevice.
4 extractors down. Sorry, yeah, 4 extractors, 2 harvesters. aDm are really pushing away now with the resource income. But TAWsome are actually catching up in terms of team kills. Usually it happens when the lurks come out into the field, but the shotguns are on their way now. And we'll have to see if...
Wow. Shooty. He's hiding around the reactor core. But
it's not unusual to see at least one lurk go down rather quickly to the first shotgun marine before they realize that the enemy has shotguns. And these guys are pretty hardcore with their flying in and biting. So that could actually happen
that
unless...
might turn against them.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. 2 lurks versus 3. No, it's just 2 marines now. I thought that the power node was a marine for a second.
Yeah, we have some people predicting all marine wins. We'll see how that goes.
All marine wins.
Oh!
Let's go down.
Sniped in summit reception.
Oh
and
no!
The second lurk going down. That's a huge blow to TAWsome, losing both of their early life forms in quick succession. To the same marines, no less.
Yes. What a beautiful... They didn't need shotguns for that.
It's good positioning. You position yourself in the right place, have some half decent aim, and that's it. Job done.
Beautiful communication, telling each other when the enemy is arriving or on their way.
See what TAWsome's going to do to come back from this. They have to step it up with the sculpt play now, while they wait for their fades to come up. Obviously, the fades are quite delayed due to the constant harvester harassment from aDm. But TAWsome are fighting a respectable number of extractors down themselves. I mean, 7 minutes in, they've bitten down 6 extractors. And they're still working on them, you know? They're definitely in the game. But they need to take some ground and hold some ground.
I can't believe
Leech is
and he finally does it.
Job
He did everything. He jumped around the whole room. He jumped around the extractor. He just did everything but attack the marine, and he actually and that was like a 30-second engagement.
I know. I just realized I'd finished speaking, and he was still biting the extractor. Wait a minute. What's going on? Okay.
TAWsome are doing all they can to keep those extractors down, but aDm are doing all they can to keep them up.
Yeah, the shotgun's making short work of the skulks. Computer lab. Power nodes dropped. That's potentially a phase gate or an extractor. Probably a phase gate, considering the tech is almost finished. 3 shells are up for TAWsome now. Mephisto shooting his own extractor and reactor core. Want to try to avoid that, Mephisto. You need those.
TAWsome are doing a pretty good job trying to get past these marines and biting these extractors. But what are they supposed to do with the marines actually coming into their hive?
Yep, Kappa and Kelmops moving in and deciding to attack the resources. Oh, Judy's was getting destroyed there. Barely had time to turn around before he died. Eggs being spawned. Cash, the commander, realizing that they can't get egg locked at this point. 3 marines, can't count, in the hive. 2 marines in the hive. They are separated. They need to be able to see each other to help each other, as I say every game, I think.
Worth repeating, in my mind.
Well, it's very important. If you can't see your teammates, you can't help your teammates. It's as simple as that.
Kind of going in 1-1 at the beginning of there, but...
yeah, the Skulk's taking quite a lot of damage from those 2 marines. I think they made it worth it. They got the harvester down, they desisted, they pulled all the aliens back. Yeah, I mean, they capped computer lab. That's good. There's nothing bad about that. Ideally, you would back out before you lose the shotguns, but still getting the harvester down is a good win. Fairly large engagement in computer lab. Wow, this pistol shooting, just an execution up close to that skulk. Might as well just rest it on the skulk's forehead.
TAWsome could really use those fades coming out soon for the aDm upgrades reach level 2.
And this is just a testament to how much harassment TAWsome has received from aDm. I mean, we're almost 11 minutes in, and only now is there enough personal resources on TAWsome to go fade. And I mean, they go fade now, they're not going to have Carapace. And they are up against those very accurate shotguns. A lot of damage. Alner really needs to be careful. He's been scanned, so he knows that something is up. I was quite worried that he was going to go in by himself there. Look at Kappa just hiding around the corner. We've got 3 fades.
Oh dear.
This could go either way. They don't know that Kappa is there. They're going to come out low. Judy is coming down. Alner is low as well. Siberian Husky just distracting Kappa long enough to get some of those shots away from the fleeting fades. I think it's a good job he did. That might have been all she wrote for Judy there. Siberian Husky again just moving off and biting down crossroads, getting the Marine that jumps out, putting some pressure on this phase gate as crevice is cleared.
People keep missing quite a bit, but there is quite a good dodging going on both teams, really. So you at least have to do one or the other. You have to hit them, or you have to ensure that they don't hit you.
Well, when there's 3 fates flying around, I think it's easier said than done. I mean, look how fast Kappa goes down there with that focus. Just eviscerated. Judy moving in alone now with no energy and half of his health. Needs to be careful there. Don't want to be doing that, Judy. You want to go in with your teammates, my friend. That's what they're there for. To take bullets so you don't have to.
12 extractors, 5 harvesters gone down. Both teams are pretty good at keeping the economy as low as possible for the enemy team, but they're also very good at keeping their own economy up. So both teams are sitting at a relatively pretty resource income right now.
3 shotgunners, Knights, Cap-Ups, and Mephisto moving into the alien hive against these 3 fades.
None of the fades have carapace yet.
I mean, look how much damage the fades take as soon as they come in. Judy somehow not dying to that shotgun spread.
Ops goes down in base to 2 skulks, and they are still alive. Face gate under attack. They cannot beacon. The respawners.
Both teams have committed to an attack. I don't think Siberian Husky is going to be able to do anything else in base, but it's good harassment nonetheless. There's no med packs onto these Marines in flight control. They need to take advantage of this. I want to see the Commander bone walling as the fades go in. Use the rupture, use the bone wall, split the Marines up, you know? That lack of med packs taking its toll on that Marine push. They do go down, they lose their shotguns. Oh,
at least both gates are still up.
This guy's getting pretty intense.
Yeah, neither team is sitting back here. This is pretty impressive. The tactics, the
just kicking the shit out of each other. Pardon my French, but damn.
Pardon my British.
Hey. No.
I don't think the French say shit though, do they?
What's the French word?
I don't know. We'll have to ask one of the
maybe
viewers.
somebody knows. I'm not fluent enough.
And that game was not so smart to come through right now. That's at least 1 shotgun lost. That's 2 shotguns lost. Ouch. And a gate. TAWsome are really trying to... Now that they all have carapace. Ouch! 2D dies anyway. But this gate looks like it's gonna go down as well.
Yeah, I mean, they realize what they need to do. They're taking down the positions that the Marines have invested in.
One shell lost.
I mean, at the very least, that's 30 team resources, plus the shotgun, you know, plus just the positioning on the map that the Marines have lost at this point. I mean, they took some stuff down in Atrium, at least a shade. They're probably going to get the Harvester. I mean, even if they kill Go Nano now, the Harvester's low enough that it's going to die before the sisters can spread to it, and they kill Go Nano. So, all in all, I'd say still fairly even. We have Armor 2 coming up for the Marines. They are reclaiming Crossroads as a phase gate position, but TAWsome are slowly creeping back onto the map. You know, the Atrium, they got Cysts all the way down to sub-access now. Good parasite spread on these Marines. At least 3 of them parasited in what looks like most of the time. 14 extractors down to 7 harvesters at the 16-minute mark. I mean, it could still go either way, as far as I'm concerned.
Both teams are doing well.
Our Leech is very low. Siberian Husky again, just sort of diving in to take some bullets. So I think he understood what was happening there. He just wanted to distract the Marines. Did see a bit of bone wall usage and stomach reception there to protect the Fade. It's good. That's what I like to see. Unfortunately, TAWsome do need more harvesters. They did lose Flight Control Harvester again. They have just dropped Computer Lab. Unfortunately, there's 2 Marines coming to destroy it. Are they going to lose Crevice? Possibly. The Fades. Oh, Elnair's in trouble over in Crevice. But while he is in trouble, the Crossroads gate goes down to 3 Skulks. Go Nano trying to come in to deal with this, but it doesn't work. The Skulks just moving off, presumably to Reactor Core to go and bite that down. Crossroads goes down to Humler. A phase gate redropped in Computer Lab as Crossroads goes down. That's just, I mean, take a breath. Your turn, I need to breathe.
Yes, I'm pretty amazed by they spread out so well. Both teams are just seem so coordinated. It's almost as if every player has a commander of their own telling them what to do.
Do you think it's because there's money on the line?
That's exactly what I was thinking. There's money on the line here, so maybe that's
Did we just solve NS2?
60% of the monetary prize, by the way, goes to the winners. 25 to the silver medalist and 15 to the bronze medalist. And these guys won a piece of that. I think it was €250 prize pool.
Dollars, I think it was.
Dollars.
$250. That's what Simba said.
So many extractors going down. That's the 18th one. aDm are rebuilding again and again and again. I think this is the first time we see the Fades in the aDm base.
Yeah, this is a very large
not
push.
So
the
good.
Out.
No commander, no beaconing happening. That gate is gone. The spawners have to take care of this.
Okay, yeah, this could be a very, very big problem for aDm unless they get back here immediately as a group in force and deal with these aliens. Can they put enough damage that the aliens have to leave?
Good work.
I think they can. Yeah.
Good work. Let's see if Leech can get out alive, Ty.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to go sub-access and get caught by Kappa up there.
And that's
Does a good job to get through Crossroads.
No gating base means they can't come through to this gate.
I think as soon as they do, they're going to get ground up unless they can time it with Kelmops coming in. Can they time it with Kelmops coming in? Can he get the Skulk off the gate before it goes down? No, it's gone.
Oh dear. That's a bit of an expensive...
Quite a large investment just lost for aDm.
Both teams are doing fairly well in the engagements. There's a lot of damage handed out to both sides. So again, it's very even.
I love it.
TAWsome now back up to 2 harvests. There's a third one coming. It's gonna go down up in Atrium. Another gate coming up. Pretty much back to square one here. or at least square 2, where we were a few minutes ago. The upgrades are pretty much the same. Both teams doing well, keeping those resource towers down and up. We are far away from any Oni. We're not going to see Onas anytime soon. But we could see some more lurks.
Alright, I was just explaining to somebody what gamble coins are in the chat.
They could really use Umbra or something else now though, TAWsome. They could use a second hive, but they're gonna have to really focus on one lane for that to happen. And meanwhile,
yeah,
aDm
putting a hive down is going to be quite a big investment of teamwork for them. It's going to be quite difficult the way aDm are just everywhere.
Looks like we're gonna have a base
aDm
attack.
just refusing to give up Computer Lab.
What do they attack now? The commander. Crowbar is munched.
No, I really like this constant base harassment. You notice that they just... It's almost like they got bored of taking down all the extractors.
Kelmobs ran out of bullets in his magazine right as Olnair goes around the corner.
I think aDm really need to keep up on their lane blocking, because we're seeing that 21 minutes in, TAWsome have bitten down 21 extractors.
It kind of looks like aDm are getting tired of this typical reactor core harassment, not really going there anymore, and that is to TAWsome's advantage, because that's where TAWsome are expanding and can build a hive eventually. They're using that northern passage well now. And if they defend it, it would be awesome if they could TAWsome.
Look at this base rush again. Just again, pressure into the Marine base. Now, you want to push into our hive? We'll push into your base. Going straight for the power node, strangely, while there is a Marine there. They do need to recall themselves and see, what do you think here? Do you think it's wise for them to go all the way back to base, or do you think they should try and force a beacon in that situation? I mean, there's 4 Marines in base.
Well, even if the orbs go down, aDm are relatively close to a gate to come back, though the gate could of course go down first in base anyway, and then they have the beacon. But the thing is, the hive or the command station could go down very quickly either way, and I don't think either team wants to have one of those moments where it's just who kills the base structure first.
Yeah.
Just give it all up to that one chance. aDm should definitely not try that, because they are kind of the leading team at the moment. But as it's looking, TAWsome are getting closer and closer to changing that. Good defense. A lot of back and forth, but...
yeah, we're still quite a way away from an Onos.
I really think they should get that hive up before the Onos. Someone should go Gorge too. Get the hive up quick. They keep spending rest though on other things.
They have lost all of their shells. This is going to make these fates very vulnerable to these pushes.
Yeah.
And I think the Marines know it. It's just, I mean, I'm really enjoying seeing this constant pressure on both teams' main bases. It's something that they have to respond to in one way or another. And look at this, Marines going straight for the Harvester again in flight control. And possibly taking a fade with them, maybe taking 2. Oh, damn.
Yep, without that carapace, even the rifles hurt. They need another proper defense here. These Marines need to die quickly.
They do. However, in the meantime, look at the res biting.
Yep.
Yeah, look at these Skoks taking advantage of these Marines being focused on flight control. Ventilation, sub-access, reactor core, all down or claimed by TAWsome. They've actually got a Harvester in reactor core now. This map is very symmetrically balanced at this point. Reactor core is the aliens, computer lab is the Marines. They've both made these little hooks onto the map. Possibly the turning point in this flight control push.
Oh dear.
Marines are being pushed out steadily. It's costing a hell of a lot of med packs to keep them alive in there with those fades jumping around. Crossroads gate now being pushed by 3 Skulks. Fades moving to crevice to clear up Kelmops. Fades moving back to flight control to help clear that up. And the Skulks going down surprisingly fast in Crossroads, just getting destroyed by those shotgun shots. I think TAWsome are starting to sort of lose a little bit of cohesion now under this constant pressure on their base. And I think Leech just flew straight into a shotgunner. Very unfortunate.
And then the Skulks come to the rescue. Alright, this gate may come under heavy... No, it's not gonna. They don't have enough
I didn't even notice Crossroads go down. Damn.
Look at this. TAWsome now expanding all the way to reactor core.
Yeah, as I said, it's the same way the Marines are expanding the computer lab. They're just mimicking.
Yeah.
And again, straight back into flight control. Just relentless. Pretty sure they could take this hive down now if they wanted to.
They could. Focus the hive instead of the
decided
eggs.
they want to. Aliens are responding by going for the power node in data core. The power node is very, very low.
Good
Can
call.
they get it? 8%, 3%. Oh, the power goes down with the last bite in the last second.
That's gonna buy them. Yeah, that gate cannot be used anymore. But, okay, there we go. Now the gate has to go down before the power comes up. That would be a pretty good thing for TAWsome. Power is up in base. Med packs are placed. Only 1 Marines comes through. And Nano gets his heroic moment. But it doesn't last so
I
long.
haven't seen any upgrades for either team in quite a while. It's
No.
just been... All of the resources have just been pumped into combat
Yep.
and rebuilding. It's crazy at this point. The Marines now coming up on 5 extractors though, but about to lose computer lab. Possibly going to lose. I mean, Leech doing his dance again in some access, and he just gets it to 2%.
Oh.
Yeah, I love seeing that. He's so good at doing that. Humbler possibly trying to just get past.
Mines.
I think if Judy knew how close sub-access was, he might just go and give it 1 bite.
You have to watch your back, guys.
Oh dear. Hive is on 6%. This is it.
Boom.
There we go.